Settling in on your back, having one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest or rib cage, breathing in a full, deep, complete breath, and breathing out a full, deep, complete breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Several more rounds. Placing a block underneath your sacrum, not underneath your back, and if it feels good for your back, extend your left foot and left leg to a wall. Draw your right knee into your chest without tightening your shoulders, without tightening your neck or your jaw. One leg draws in, the other leg draws out. Breathing in and breathing out. Keeping your same side hand on your leg, bring your knee and your hip out to the side. Without tipping your pelvis over, you can always place your hand on top of the hip to remind it not to rotate. You're breathing in several rounds of breath. Bringing your knee back in, taking that foot down, bringing the other foot, and then exchanging legs. Again, pressing your foot into the wall, extending, and then drawing your other knee into your chest. Breathing in and breathing out. Again, relaxing the shoulders, the neck, and the jaw. And then taking that leg, knee to the side, opening the hip. Again, trying not to rotate in your right hip. So opening as much as you're able to without losing contact of the right glute on the foam block or on the mat. Bringing that leg in. Taking away the foam block for the first round of leg stretches. Using a yoga strap. I like the 9-foot really long ones. Taking the ball of the foot closer to the arch of the right foot all the way up. Slight bend in the leg. Lengthening the back of the leg. Continuing on that same side, but adding a leg out to the side variation. Again, not rotating, trying to pull that leg or those toes up as high towards the head as possible. Grounding in your left glute. Bringing it back to center and crossing it over, again trying not to let the leg travel too far away. Draw the right hip down towards the wall. Breathing in and breathing out, bringing that leg back up and crossing the ankle, having a neutral ankle, and drawing that other leg in, holding wherever you can. You can always thread your arms through of the left leg as well. Okay, and then taking that leg out to the side for a variation in the stretch. Just breathing in and breathing out. Coming back and repeating that whole same series on the other side. Just making sure that the hips are even, hips are square, starting with the left leg. So taking it in the ball of the foot, a little closer to the arch. Slight bend in the knee. Relaxing the shoulders. I like taking the elbows on the ground to help the shoulders relax versus having straight arms. And see how this leg compares to the other side. And then moving into the open leg, grounding again. You can always check. You can see I'm kind of adjusting. My one side is always snugger for me. So trying not to rotate over in your leg. Keeping that leg again as pulled up as high as you can towards the face. Okay, you can always take the hand to help ground that leg. I'm not pushing the leg down, but I'm just grounding. And then over to the other side, several breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. Coming back to the center, and then working with that figure 4 stretch, as some people call it, or I usually call it half lotus hip opener. You see how this side fares? Left leg is forward, and then slightly rotating over to impact some of the other fibers in the glute. And coming back to center. Okay, resetting the hips, taking the legs back on the wall if that feels okay, if there's no arching in the back. Readjusting so the tail moves down. And then the next series is with the block underneath the sacrum. Right leg goes up again. Okay. Slight bend in the knee. Elbows on the floor, shoulders relaxed, breathing. Okay. Adding a little bit more bend in the knee. See if you can change where you feel the stretch in the hamstring. Maybe it moves up into the higher hamstring with a slight more bend. Okay. And then taking the foot on the wall, you can see I need to readjust so that I get really good contact with the foot on the wall. And then again, opening the hip to the side, trying not to rotate, so grounding through the left side, hip, glute. And keeping the foot flexed. And then bringing that leg up and over to the other side. Again, trying not to hike the hip of the right hip. And breathing in and out. And coming back to center. Taking the strap off and repeating the half lotus hip opener. Scoot your way off the block if you like to be able to round in the lower back in order to get a deeper stretch or a more specific stretch in the glute. This is my favorite way to do this pose. And then again, angling towards the side, so I'm moving a little bit over towards the left. Okay, and then coming back to that first position for a few breaths. releasing, stretching out that leg if you need to, readjusting, and trying the whole same series on the second side. So again, slight bend in the knee. Okay, breathing in and out, noticing any differences in this side. And again, adding that slightly more bent leg to change where you might feel the stretch. And breathing in and out. Again, taking the right foot on the wall, so stretching out. It's a bit of a fussy one to get it just right so that the block stays on the sacrum. Opening the hip again. Notice if this side feels any different. So grounding into the right glute. And flexing the foot of the, actually flexing both feet. The wall on the, or the foot on the wall is really active. And then taking the leg across. And then up to the center. Lastly, inching away again from the block to shimmy a little bit closer for the glute hip stretch. Again, angle it a little bit, so shifting a little bit with the legs over to the right and drawing the legs in. Letting go of those legs, stretch out that leg if you need to, take the block away. And just taking a couple of minutes, just adjust so that your back is in neutral, your shoulders are relaxed. You either have your arm or hands on your body or alongside the body with the palms facing up. Whatever helps you be connected with your breath for a few minutes. Namaste.